Okay, I'm back again with another stream. Let me turn the music down. I always put the music so high up when I start stream. But I'm back again with another stream. I swear I was here yesterday. I was streaming yesterday. Today is a new day. Feel kind of good. Oh my god, I need to go and get my medication from the shop. But I'm fine. Fine. Yeah. So basically, I have a bit of news. Things have changed in things. Like, I do singing lessons, and my singing teacher, I came up to my singing teacher today and I said to her, I really want to move up in my singing. And my friend, who I'm friends with, she says to me, why don't you start learning grades? And with me, I want to change how I learn to things, because sometimes I learn for the sake of learning. And it's been a year now, and I need to actually evaluate that I might be ready to start my grade journey. And by doing grades, I'm working towards like something, you know. Like I'm working towards a level. I'm working towards something. So I like that because I now know that I'm progressing instead of feeling like I'm not. So, you know, as you start learning and learning and learning, you start putting information in because you know what to expect for each grade. So that's basically what I'm doing. I've now gained the confidence in singing. I like singing. For how many years I wanted to be a singer. I got told by people that how you're going to do it, you have no money, how you're going to start singing, how you're going to start having these passions for singing and doing the things you love. And I had to like brush those out and kind of see it in this way as I can do whatever I want to do. I can wake up tomorrow and do what I want to do. And, you know, there were some people who said to me, like, you know, only a few people make it in the music industry, stuff like that. And, you know, I always said to myself, I'm never going to make a career out of it, so why should I try? But after playing the violin for how many years, I realised I didn't like the violin as much as I like singing. So that's why I never did any grades in violin. So I've made it my priority to make sure that I do grades for something. Like, and this is quite good because singing is actually something I enjoy doing, and I'm working towards it and I'm passionate about it, and I actually want to do a career in music. So it's quite interesting that I've actually taken up the time to start doing grades. Grades are like very interesting because for me, singing is a little bit different from violin, because with violin you're given these pieces that you need to play. You can pick from the pieces that they give you, and you just sing with those pieces, and you practice those pieces. Then you do like a test, and then you do a sound test and a hearing test and stuff like that. Singing's basically similar, but it's a bit more fun. So I get to pick 4 songs from the list, and it brings me closer to what I want to do, because now I feel like I'm progressing. So I'm a little bit happy in that department. I'm a little bit happy that I've actually grown in that. So today, having to hear that I purchased the book for my singing grades, so I purchased the book that I'm going to be studying from. It's pretty good. Then I also have my driving theory exam. Oh my god, like, I have a lot of things to get done, but I love it. I love prioritising myself, prioritising what I'm doing, and focusing on what I'm doing to really make myself go. Yep, and it's still how many days until my birthday? 2 days until my birthday. I'm going to be 23. Sorry, why do I keep saying 22? I'm going to be 23 on Friday. Still pretty confident, not as nervous as I was previous years. But this year, I'm just a bit like, okay, 23. Like, I'm 23. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get really scared about getting older. But I don't get scared anymore. But I actually have a project that I'm actually doing as well. So our teacher in college, she actually gave us a project. And this project, I'm actually excited. I have a bit of ideas flowing through my head. I already started the planning side of it, but it's not. And she's offered us this app that I think is the best app I've ever seen. Like, it's actually helped me so much, especially when I have a computer and I like to like design, create, stuff like that. And mood boards are everything. This is how I actually get my information down and how I plan my stuff. So she creates this like she gives us this app, and the school has paid for us to use this app. And so this app is really good. I think I'm going to try and put money every year for this app after I leave, because I feel, and I'm going to be truthful, I feel like this app is actually really good for me because it helps me plan. It helps me with my time and my commitment to my studies as well as a makeup artist. And it's just really good for like billboarding and editing stuff and finding information shit and putting it into a mood board. So much better. It's called Canva, and she showed us how to use it today. And I have to admit, you can print it out and put in your books as well. But you can also have it as like an information document as well. You can also use it to edit YouTube videos. So, like, the fact that the school has given us permission to use these like Canva, I have to admit Canva was actually really like, whoa. Like, I had my account on it, but I haven't been able to use it yet because I haven't been able to afford it. But the fact that they've given us, it's better than Adobe. Adobe is too complicated to use. There's like different sections and you got to download each section then use it. With Canva, it's like everything's there and you can just do it. You don't have to download, create more storage, you can just do it on the computer. So for me, Canva has actually become like a tool now, because like with me, when I do my mood boards, I now have to take pictures from the internet, put it on the PowerPoint, cut them out and stick them into my book like the old-fashioned way. One, it takes longer. Two, it just doesn't look as good as when you know, use Canva. It just looks a bit like you stuck them down. It really does look like you stuck each individual photo down, whereas with Canva, you can just stick the whole piece of paper down, and it's just one piece of paper with the collage already done. So I'm actually trying to train myself into understanding how I like my work presented and done. So yeah, that's one of them. So let me bring it up for you because Canva is actually a gold mine at the moment. I've already started it. So I was giving a topic in hand, and this topic was actually called SFX Makeup. So we have to do SFX, but we have to do it in makeup. And oh, okay, wrong page. Yeah, well, that is what I'm doing, but it's the wrong page. So we were giving like a topic, SFX Makeup, and she said, you got to do this topic, but you need to do it in SFX. So you have to do some sort of SFX style makeup, but it has to be on the topic of nature. Nature can be anything. It could be a social construct. It could be anything. So I'm not going to give you too much, but this is what it is. It's basically like nature. And I've made my background, and as you can see, I've layered it, because already the background is quite blurry. So if I don't even want to take off and like show you what I've done, but the background with like a bunch of leaves that I've got pictures of leaves, and then if you can see these boxes, I've taken out the background of the leaf, and I've like layered them and everything, so it's so much better than, and then I've layered the writing as well, so it's so much better when you like without having to get paint out and individually paint each thing. And I like painting, I like drawing, I like doing those things, but it's so much better when you do it like this. Like you can even AI do it. So it's just so quicker and so much better, and it looks better. Any person who says otherwise, like if a person came up to me and was like, no, it's cheating, I would look at them and say, you're a liar, because I would rather my makeup artist come with this done than like a piece of paper with like things stuck to it, no offense, and show me ideas that she has stuck down. And then she has to go and get each material, oh God, and then she has to print them out like that. No way. So I've become really like obsessed with this notion. But yeah, Canva's really good, but it's expensive. I would say try and get something appropriate. Like try and get a good thing. I think I'm gonna get one of these like things, but I think it's just like a bit costly, because I remember when I was gonna get it at first, it was a little bit costly. Oh, they even have our logo. Sorry, I need to take that off. Okay. Damn, they even show us a branch. What is this? Oh, the page is locked. These are like graphics, aren't they? Do they move? I hope they don't move. Okay, so I've locked the page. I can unlock the page and I can add stuff to it. Like this thing here. And it's so good. Like I'm really liking it. Like I really like how I can just add stuff and overlay them. So yeah. This is my title page at first, so I made a title page. I don't really want to make anything other than a title page. Oh, that one looks better down here. Like, doing this was actually quite good. I'm so happy that they gave this to us. I would say this is my favourite thing to do. It's like serotonin. I don't want to overdo it with the cartoon images, but they do make it the whole thing like better. Okay, and then you can change it later so you can send it back. So I'm going to send it back. So it's not overlaying the makeup a little bit, you know? I'm actually so happy about it. So the topic is SFX Makeup, okay? SFX Makeup can be anything really, but I think I'm gonna look on Google and type in SFX nature looks, makeup looks, because that's what I do first. I actually do that, and then you find all these images of people. These are stuff that I kind of thought about when I had them in my head, and oh my god, I'm already going, what the fuck? These are like, oh! Some of these girls, I don't even know what they were. Like, how? These are too good. That one especially. This one is my head spinning. Some of these make my head spin. Like, the butterfly, I don't even know. Like, these are all things, like, I might need to do. But the reason why we plan it is because we don't want to waste money. Yeah, we don't want to, I don't do autoplay gifts. I can actually go on settings and change the settings later. But I don't want to do that. I don't want it to autoplay. So the thing is, like, the reason why we plan things like these is so that we don't spend so much money on purchasing items, because sometimes we overbuy items that we don't need, and the items that we're buying may not be necessary for what we decide later on to do. So I want to definitely put some scarring in it, because the whole topic is SFX. So as much SFX as possible, really, but to make it, because you don't want it to be like a just all paint, no SFX. Like, this is more paint but no SFX. That's cute, but that's more paint. You want a bit of SFX in it, because that will get you a bit of a higher grade, definitely. Because she did say, and like this is more like, though it's SFXy, it does have a bit of like, I think she would probably be like, where's the SFX in it, except from the lips. The lips are probably, and then a bruising around the eye. She'll probably let us go with that one, but you know, we gotta be kind of intelligent about what we do. So I really like it. I think it's really cool. These are so cool, but obviously I'm one of those people. I like to, how do I say it in the nicest way? I don't like taking ideas. I like to make my own. Like, that's what I mean. I don't like using someone's idea and copying it word from word, because it just isn't my idea. Like, I'll find it hard to replicate that idea anyway. So I like to you know, look at that idea and find things that I don't like about that idea. Like, do I like the background? Do I like what do I like about them? Like, what do I don't like the fact that I can't really change the scaling of this. Like, I just want to I just want to make it bigger in a weird way, like a sadistic way. Is that like, I don't even know. No, I want to change the, okay, let's get that down. Okay, so gonna do that, because I don't need to overlay it like that, no. And then get another window screen. Gonna get rid of my Discord, not using it. Gonna get rid of my Minecraft. Yeah, I don't need anything else. I just got everything I need. Then add another window. Capture. Yep. This one is going to be okay. I need to convince this one to not copy that screen. So I want one screen showing that, and then one screen showing this. Okay. Can you let me? I might have to separate them actually. Yeah, let's separate the screens. And then, yeah. Oh, my friend's calling me, but I'm gonna have to call her later, because I really want to do this. Yay, I fixed it. know my friend wants to call me because my birthday's on Friday, and she wants me to hang out with her. But I kind of want to get this done. My brain's gone. I need to get this done. I need to get this done. Let's put an image in the back, okay? I'm gonna put a picture. It has to be an okay picture, just a picture that doesn't really drown anything out. Yeah, this Minecraft picture. I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I have. I'm actually so weird. Okay. Okay, so far I've sorted it out. And then I don't really need this screen up, so I'm gonna hide this screen. I don't need it up because I can see. I don't need to see anymore. Okay. So far we've got the SFX Nature bit of this. Let me see if it's actually recording what I need it to record. Yes. So far we've got the SFX Nature bit, and I actually like one of these photos so far. I would say, well, I don't even know where to start. I would say I do like the moss bit of the hair and the fingers and the green. So I would take that bit and I would put that on my mood board here. I would say it was one of my favourite because it does capture nature in the way I want it to show, but I kind of want to show something interesting about nature, and I want to show how nature is dying. So because of, you know, issues in the world, global warming and stuff like that. So this is quite interesting. It shows the leaves kind of like deteriorating, this photo. So I think this photo is also quite good because it shows the leaves deteriorating. So as you can see a bit of it dying out in the background. So I would really want to use that photo as a guidance of what I would do. So I really want old leaves. So I'm going to actually check this up on Google as well, after I select a couple of photos I want to look at, because that's quite good. I really like these pink flowers. I've always liked these flowers, because we used to have these. I can't remember what they're called. They're like those pink flowers that grow on a tree. I have them, bonsai trees. You know those pink flowers that come from the tree, bonsai. Well, I once went to a Lego shop and I went to go and buy the bonsai tree set because I really liked how cute the bonsai was. At the moment my waterfall is not plugged in, but I also have water flowing because I love nature so much. It actually calms me down. And nature's what keeps us alive, and it keeps us earthy. This is quite cool. This aging effect on the skin is also quite cool. So I would say I like the aging effect. I like how the aging of the skin is quite cool. So it shows you this like aged look that she's showing you. So you can see that she's turning a bit old. Like this is kind of like pavement. Ground, like she's kind of like dying. So she showed this like aged look, like we've been here for such a long time but we don't know how to take care of our world, and that's quite cool. So far really like those. There was one I really liked. This is so like have you seen Robin Hood, or like, yeah, that one's quite Robin Hoody. Oh, that mushroom, it's kind of like a fairy look. I love it. There was one where she uses butterflies. Yes, this one. I looked at this one, and when I was scrolling down earlier, I really liked the butterflies in her hair. Like having those in the flowers would be really good. So I would definitely put that in. I wouldn't use the makeup because I don't really like the ghostly effect, but you know, she really liked that. So, but I like the butterflies, so I would try and find the butterflies as well to really add to the hair bit. So as you can see, they have hair, but you know, it's mostly covered in a greeny, mossy setting. I have ginger hair already in, and this assessment will be done after next week. So I think I would have a different hair color. So I would try and get a hair color best suited for it. So I'm trying to see what hair color I would have in. I might have a braided hair effect. Actually, I'm not going to do it on myself, actually. I'm going to do it on someone else, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Let's keep on scrolling. Oh, she has a bit of texture here, but I feel like with the flowers and the moss, you would get texture anyway. So you won't really need to add so much texture. But I do like the cracks in her skin. That is what I've fallen in love with, actually. So she has these cracks in her skin, as well as she also has cracks in her skin. So the cracks in her skin are kind of like really cute because they show like this textured look, like a textured effect, where her face is kind of like a textured skin, like it's this like cracked feature of her skin. Really like it. So yeah, so these are ideas like I have booming in my head. All of this will be coloured and printed out and coloured when I finally print off my documents. Is there anything else on here? Damn, she has the face structure of Halsey. Like, she really looks like Halsey. She seriously does. She looks like Halsey. She has the face structure, the cheekbones, and that is actually gorgeous. Like, girls who have this cheekbone structure and chin structure, I say, well done. So she actually does look like her. But that is actually quite cool. The lip is quite lovely. That is probably the hair colour that I would want the person to be. I haven't got the client yet, but I want her to have that hair colour, defo. Because if she has that hair colour, I can braid it at the front and have that, and then have like that crown effect here, like with the flowers and everything. Make a crown with her flowery hair. And then with her body, I have a bit of dead like plants out, and then obviously her skin colour will be a grey cracked face, you know. Yeah. So already I've just like created this. Obviously it's important to know how to create these looks. So with nature, there's also things that I would say nature has, which is injury, cuts, bruises. So when we go out in the nature, we come across cuts, things that happen to us. So like when we go out for a walk. So me and Billy, we always go out for walks. It's one of our biggest things. We go out like it's no tomorrow. Like we go for walks all the time. And it's our ritual. We do it because we breathe because we do it. And when we go out, sometimes we sit in the grass and we get these scratched arms, scratched legs, because we walk through the fields and then we get scratches on our bodies. So cuts and stuff. This can be really distressing for people, but like cuts would show that we've been walking out, or that the nature is harming us, but it's also very good because it keeps us alive, you know. So I would want to add a bit of cuts and scars on it. I'm trying to find a good scarred photo of like a fake scar. Fake cuts, you know. I don't want one that's a bit like, you know, like I know people fake scars, you know. Ooh, some of these are making me feel like vommy. Okay, I'm just gonna get this photo. So this one, I'm gonna put it here because this is just an idea like of a scarred photo, like my skin being cut, you know. By the way, this is SFX. I don't really like seeing blood anymore. I used to work in the pharmacy, and seeing blood was everything you do see. Well, you don't really see it all the time because like in a pharmacy you're away from it. But I used to work in as a carer, and that was what we would see, and it was quite like, you know, I would have to admit it did make me feel ill at times. So the good thing is I don't have to cut stuff out. I can just, you know, add stuff. The good thing is you can layer it, so you can send them to the back, and then yeah. I don't know why it's like that. I just, yeah, that's better, you know. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go back. How do I go back on this thing? I don't like what I did. I thought, let me add this nature thing. Okay, I really went back, didn't I? Okay. So yeah, I thought let me put a border around it to make it cool, and then I realised I feel a bit too old for a border. But Mother Nature's beautiful, I have to say. It is, because we start our periods with Mother Nature, you know. Mother Nature is what keeps us alive, really, as people, you know. When my friend actually picked this topic for the whole class, and I was like, oh, like, okay, why did you pick this topic? Then I realized this topic is the best topic he's ever done. Like, I'm not even gonna joke. He surprised everyone with this topic. Let me tell you that. Like, when he gave us this topic and he told Miss to give us this topic, I thought he was sabotaging. Like, I really thought he was sabotaging the class, because I was like, what can we do with this like topic? Then I realized there's so much. Because like when I think, I think outside the box as well. So for me, as soon as he did that, I can kind of tell that I would love this topic. It's not too gory, it's not too annoying, and everyone has their own twist of what they feel about nature, so it's quite good. Okay, this is the part where it's going to be interesting. I need to start trying to gather where I would get these products. So these products, you need to purchase them yourself, because obviously our college, they do provide certain things like latex and stuff, but some things we don't provide. So I need to go and get these stuff, and these stuff are, they're not expensive, it's just they're not cheap. Like, you have to get them, so you have to pay for them. So making sure you get a budget and finding out what budget is good for you, because everything is for your kit. The good thing is you can keep this in your kit forever and ever and ever, basically. So let me go and search this up. Okay, let's start with, yeah, this is the bit where I have never done this before, because I've never had to go and purchase certain things for my makeup so far, but this one's interesting. So moss, green moss, and you have to get it by the day. So green moss for makeup. Fantasy FSS makeup moss. Oh look, you can make yourself into Shrek. You could pay, you could buy, like, no, you don't need to buy moss. You don't need to buy, like, something and then paint it out. Like, that would take too long. I would definitely buy moss. So, because remember, if you don't have it in time, you can't do makeup work. So it's important to get they're showing me makeup paints that are like moss coloured. Green moss. Yay! So moss comes in different colours. Yeah, moss comes in different colours. They're like mostly green shades, but they can come in different colours like white and stuff. I think they have it ready made anyway. They must have. Like, these are where you can get moss. And these are artificial, by the way. I'm gonna hide my postcode. I'm gonna hide my postcode. So this is moss. So these are green mosses. There's like 5 colours. So I would add that to my cart basket. So green moss. Let's try Hobbycraft because I don't like using Amazon actually because it's so expensive. Yeah, see, they have it at Hobbycraft. Hobbycraft is so good because they do like props and stuff, like look, bark. You know, they do these stuff. Okay, you can't home deliver it, obviously, so so I'm gonna search where I can get these. Let me. So let me. What's these textures that are on? Okay, let me just do that. You can see a little rainbow at the back. Okay, so let me find if they have it in my area. Oh, I can't get it in my shop, which is really weird. That's my nearest shop, and I can't get any other nearest shop. And there's only 2 items in the other shop. So that means that will have to be definitely ordered from Amazon. Defo. And it's only £2 for this amount of moss. They don't have moss in that area because it's all sold out. But they have this moss, I think. Okay, so they have another one. So it's another brown, but it's a bit expensive and it's a little bit more. So they have it. Let me select my store. Yes, I want this delivered to my store when because if I collect everything, I could just. So obviously one of the looks is moss. So we got a bit of flowers that can also be arranged. I have hay fever and I don't know if the client does. Oh, a large wooden slice, a stump. I don't know, where would that be placed? But you know me, I'm one of these people, I see things and I'm like, a stump? You really thought, oh, they have a grapevine wreath. Okay, let me put the page back up for you guys to see. Oh, damn. Okay. They have a grapevine wreath. That will be good for the base of our head. So you know where the flowers up in where her head is, we can use that and we can place all the flowers onto the head easily because it's a wreath. so we can put that wreath on the head. But I don't know, how big is the wreath? The wreath has to be, it's 30 centimeters, 30.5 centimeters, so it's quite relatively small. You could probably put that on your head. You can decorate it as well. Yep, that is definitely going to be used. Okay, flowers. So they have loads of flowers, like, you know, for me, I don't mind something very oldish. I don't really like flowers that look too good, because I want to show the originality of it, the earthiness of it. They're relatively cheap. I should have got this ages ago, because I was looking for this, but I couldn't really find ones. Oh. Okay, so now we've got into tea towels and stuff. Okay, we're going back to what I was looking for. Icing. Oh look, feathers. I feel like feathers would be good. Black feathers or brown feathers. I feel like brown feathers would look better. It would give a bit of a texture to it. So I am creating my own originality there, in that sense. It's not copying from the photo. I've actually added something completely different. Confetti. I'm just trying to figure out how I would put the confetti on there. I would have to get the glue gun and start gluing it onto the wreath. That would be okay, because these are the colour that I want them to be, kind of like autumny, but I want them to be dried up leaves, like to the point where they look like they're gonna die, kind of like an autumny effect. I'm so close to the camera. Look, dried up apple slices. What's the petal base? Is this what I was looking for, that helps dry out oh, so you can use it to make like a flower on a cake. I was like, what is that? Okay, trailing leaves. Trailing leaves 2-pack. These are £4. These would be really good as well. I don't know why they're only 1 star though. Maybe the person didn't like them. I will, because the thing is, when you get there, you can return them if you look at them and you see that you don't particularly like them anymore. I do want some healthy flowers in there as well. So these pink Jilt Mountain, I hope these are not real. I hope these are like fake, because I need these pretty good. These are definitely artificial. Thank you. I need artificial shit. Artificial shit is good because they do look real. Is there any more stuff? Oh, I don't don't think we need those blue flowers. These leaves are quite good. Can you separate them? You can separate these, I'm sure of it. Let me open it. Okay, I think you can separate these. Like you can separate it. You just got to cut there and then separate them and just stick them where you need them. One of the things I want, and I've become really like obsessed with it. I want this long kind of like, oh, I can't remember. We have these in the grass, but I'm not going outside to get them, and it's not the season to really get them. So if I can find something that replicates that, that would be really good. Yeah, like a cream ramonka. Yeah, that's what I mean, but it's dried up, like black. If I have to, I'll have to paint it, because this one's already white anyway. So I just need to paint it. So this is what I would use. And then, okay, we've done with that bit. So what else was I really obsessed with? Butterflies and wooded tree trunky things. Butterflies. This website is too good at the moment. I don't know. I went here to get my paints from here, so I get my paints, my art stuff here. So they're quite good. As realistic as possible. That's actually what I need. I don't need like paper stuff, like kiddie stuff. I need like realistic stuff. Like realistic is best, because these flowers, these butterflies look realistic. I need realistic, you know. Well, I don't think they're here. Yeah, I need realistic stuff. Oh my god, why is it like that? On a wire. I mean, if it's in a wire, I can put them in the thing, right? But they just don't look realistic. They don't look like, I don't know, they don't look like this. They look like that, you know? I think I'm not going to go for the butterflies here. Okay, tree. Tree, woodland. I think the moss is really what I need, like, because there's not really much foliage. Okay. These are so good. Woodlands. Oh, okay. Why does it look, why is this? Actually, this is quite good for the skin as well. These are what she puts on her fingers and her hands. Yeah. Yes. Definitely gonna use these. Yeah. Damn though. I like it. foliage, yes. Yes. How much is in the foliage though? Like, this is the foliage I want, medium green. But how much is the foliage? 23 grams, so it's not a lot. It's £8 though. These are but I don't know how much foliage I would need. So it's a bit like, oh my god, I know myself really well. How much does this all come to? £43. Damn. Damn. That is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I've got my moss, I've got my grapevine beef, I've got my dried up flowers, yes. And then the rest, I'll just have to make the skin textured, and that's fine by me, I don't mind. And paint the rest. Water can be created, scar can be created by latex. We got these. So I've already done a lot. So right now, I'm going to do the most honourable thing and start putting these onto my mood board to show what I've added to make this look quite good. Don't know why I burped. Like, I get really burpy recently. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the BG off it, all of them, because BG is so fucking annoying. Like, when they're on there, it just really just ruins the photo. They're like the layouts and everything. I don't know why. They like, I don't know why people have backgrounds, but it's just so that some people like backgrounds so that they can cut them out. I don't like backgrounds anymore. Why is it so blurry? Oh, because I didn't open it and like get the photo. Let me delete that one. Oop. Oop, oop, oop. Okay. These feathers, I think I'm really in love with them. It does give a bit of a tree-like effect, like, yeah. Like, you know when, like, birds come out of the tree? I really like it. No, why did I put it back like that when I could just take the background out of it? Because it's just better without the background, sorry. It's just so easy, like without having backgrounds, just layering it like this, so much easier. These are the materials that I used in the process to create the idea. I will have to do some writing though, so I will write, just not now. Trailing leaves though. I don't know why everyone doesn't like these trailing leaves. No, it's just one person, one customer. What did they say? Oh, Midlands. Like, everyone knows, anyone from the Midlands, they're always critical. Okay, that's what they're saying. A lot smaller than expected, and it felt like a little expensive for the size of the product. Okay. Like, you know, everyone knows if they're from the Midlands, oh, they're constructive. Like, they must really hate the product. So, Why is it like that? Why is it like that? It looks dead. That is perfect. Why is it like dead? Okay. Okay, that is quite good. Adding that in. I don't understand. I feel like I have to hide. I need to get all of these items before they go. So I need to be smart here. I need to actually get these items before they go. Because, like, I am putting all my savings into this and getting it and then having it ready. Because if I get it, I don't have to worry about my friends getting them. Because the shop is just so fucking annoying. I don't want to have to wait for my items to come. And I have an idea. Okay. I don't know if I want all of these stuff though. I might give some of them to. Whoa, that's actually quite long though. You could probably cut them. What does it look like in brown? It looks better brown. Yeah. Sorry. I'm gonna take the brown ones. They look so much better in brown than they do in pink. Move. Thank you. It looks so much better in brown. So I've got a bit of clumped foliage that I'm going to add to the, oh, well, I've already put that in there. And then this one is a Veronica spray. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to change it to a black colour. So this is going to actually originally be black. I can actually change the colours of the photo. So like I can actually edit it to look like that colour. That I want. Yeah, see, I can change it so I can make it into the colour that I want it. So I want it to be a quite darky, blacky colour. So yeah. Yep, I've added that flower. I really like that flower. Not gonna lie. And then I added that one. Added the leaves. I've added the yes. So altogether it comes to £47. Definitely will purchase it, and then I'll get it in a few days. So these are the fourth page. So these are the ideas that I have. Of how I'm going to do it, so a bit of SFX, what I'm going to purchase from the shop, Latex will be provided, hopefully. Let's see if I can just add latex, to be honest. Latex. Because if I can add latex, I just don't have to worry about going into the classroom and there is no latex. We did a patch test today on all of the clients that we're going to use. So everyone is paired out. Oh yeah, so I do know who I'm going to do it on. She has a bob haircut and she's very sweet. And I'm excited for her to be doing latex. I'm hoping she's not allergic to the product though, because that would really make me mad. Because she's so sweet, she's quite adorable. So definitely will add latex to this. I don't think she's allergic to this, but it was put on her arm just in case she was allergic to it. Because latex is one of those chemicals that some people can be allergic to. Don't know why. I don't know how you can be allergic to that, but I do have a friend who has allergies. Like, he has severe allergies that I can't even use him as a client. So quite sad. But you know, he's quite funny, so I don't it doesn't really bother me. He's like cool about that. So okay, just sky. I just want a sky background. Yeah, sky background. Oh, page is locked. I locked it because I don't want to. Okay, that is replace background. Yay. So it's so good. Like, I can just put, and then I can just, like, you know, print these out. I can just print it out and then put this in my book. I don't really need to do so much. Like, it's really good. Just gathering, because I remember I had to do a lot of like stuff and it was really annoying. But I do have to do a photo idea drawing, and that will be done on by hand, so that will be okay. I don't mind doing that. So I will do an extra page, waterfall, and this one I'll print it out and I'll use it as a ooh. No, it's a video. This is video. Ooh, I don't really want to use a video in my book. Yes, that's cool. So this is where I'll put my my drawing of what I'm gonna do, and then at the end, I will put the photos of the end result and everything onto here. And so I'm gonna save this. Pretty good. It's a pretty good. Actually, let me see if I can put like graphics in here, like rocks and stuff. Why does that look like an iceberg? Let me go back. That looks like a That looks like a Minecraft ice, but what I just saw here was like a Minecraft iceberg, but it's gone. Fucking hell. It looked like a not a Minecraft. It looked like diamond. Sorry, it looked like diamond. Why am I talking like that? It looked like fucking diamond. Oh, let me get. Actually, this doesn't make sense. Why is there rocks in the sky? We could actually. Oh. We could actually put fishes in this. Make it fishy background. Don't try me. If someone tries to say put Dory in here, I'm gonna put Dory in here. I don't even give a shit. I'm gonna put Dory in here. No, not that she would want to be in this. A jellyfish, like, come on. We've got to put jellyfish in there. That jellyfish is quite cute though. Do 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 do. If I was really weird, I would put SpongeBob in that. I'm proper rubbing my eyes. Ooh, they have a cluster of fishes here. Ooh. Fishes normally walk in, like, they don't walk by themselves. They kind of like, they don't like swim by themselves. They swim with like people or like crowds. So it's always like a flock of fishes, never on its own. I love turtles. I love them. Oh, when they swim, that's the thing. Turtles that live on the ground, I'm not a big fan of them. But turtles that like they swim in the water, find them cute. Find them hilariously cute. Okay, let's put. I remember, no, it's not funny, but yeah. You know what people used to call me, and it used to make me upset, but they used to call me Dory in uni. Hated it. Really hated it. But, you know, let's put Dory there. Like, I'm there somewhere. Like, it used to wind me right up. Like, I hate it when they did that. Like, it used to wind me up. But they thought they were cool, you know? They thought they were. Should I put a submarine there? I'm Dory and I'm looking for the submarine, the submersible. Oh no. No. Okay. Submarine? No. That is disgusting. No, let's have fun with it. It's like, come on. I'm actually disgusting. But no, you get the point. You get the gist. You know, that's the 5th page. You know. So I'm gonna put some writing on here because obviously with makeup, you do have to put some work, like writing in it. It's not all like all design. Like you can't just walk into a thing with no information on paper, because they do want to read. people still read, you know, whether it's English or another language. So this is where we put text in it. Why is it so small? Oh, yeah. No, I don't know why people like reading these days, but I don't know. They like reading. So, yeah, so this is the text box. I'm going to I'm going to remove this text box thing. I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to put the text box here, so this is what I want to write on. Okay. These are, I need to change the color of the writing, because I can't read that if it's not changed. Okay. Okay, I want to change the alignment, yes. These are products that I have chosen for my makeup look that will be purchased and used for the exam. So yeah, these are it. How do I put, I don't even know how to do this, but I want to highlight it in some sort of way, because I just don't like the fact that it's so hard to read, or I want to make it easier to read. I'm gonna have to pick a color that you can read, you know, or I'm gonna have to move certain things because it's so hard to read. I'm gonna have to pick a section that I can like put this in, because this is like, it's not even that important, it's just to say what I've done. These are products that I have chosen for my makeup look that will be purchased and used for the exam. So let me make a list of them, because obviously they want to know what I'm purchasing. So yeah, because you know how the teachers are, they're a bit like, what is this? I don't get it. And you look at them and you're like, well, it's common sense. I'm joking though, but honestly, that yeah, yeah, it's common sense. Yeah, yeah, that's what I purchased. Yeah, equipment. But obviously, my teachers are very intelligent people, and you know they support me in everything I do, and I'm proud to have them around. Where do I put this flower? Oh no, not flower. Yeah. Okay. Okay, equipment used. I want a bullet point it, yeah. So equipment used. Liquid latex. Green, medium green moss. Brown feathers. Deep blush flower confetti. Grapevine wreath. Trailing leaves. Satin rose wreath. Satin rose leaves. Woodland foliage. Purple stem flower, and then mountain flower. I'm not gonna. I might as well. Okay, I might as well copy it, but I might as well because I don't want to. You know, I just don't want to use the real name, but then I realize I'm being lazy. I might as well. Why do they do this? Okay, because I just realised it's just coming out really weird. Okay, so put that there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put this one here as well. So I've added all the equipment I've used, and so I'm basically done for now with this project. So, I'm basically done with this project for now. So the rest is just creating a mood board, creating like a vision board of what I'm gonna do, and then drawing it on. So it's a lot. But there's actually something interesting. There's this like look that I was telling my friend at college today, and it was actually a look that's been talked about on social media. And basically Pat McGraw is a makeup brand, and they are very unique. They are. I have to admit, Pat McGraw is a makeup brand that, you know, they constantly adapt their everything to make themselves better. And so Pat McGraw did this makeup thing, and it was actually quite interesting because they oh my god, why does they keep doing it? They did this makeup trend with, well, it's not a trend, well, it's the trend now, but they did it for a fashion show look, and it's become viral. So overnight, this makeup look has become to the point where everyone is trying it out and trying to do it. And we cover airbrushing, and they use a technique called airbrushing. We cover that, and we use airbrush guns to do these things and these projects and stuff like these. And they've done something very unique, but I don't know if I want to use it yet, because I have to buy an airbrush gun, and quite frankly, these are expensive stuff. Like, to buy these equipment is expensive, and I'm really trying to put money away for these stuff, because to buy equipment is expensive. So an airbrush gun is basically a gun that basically helps you spray substances to your skin, and it's like a pressured thing, and it's easier to layer it. Instead of having to use a brush and layering it and removing the makeup, you just got to spray it. You just got to fill it up with the liquid that you want to use, and then spray it, and then layer it, spray it, and then layer it, spray it, and then layer it, and it's really good. So Pat McGraw has done this, and it's actually become pretty popular. I will show you this now because I've done my project. Let me save my project. So in order to save, you just download. It's here. You literally just download, and it just saves your work for you. So that's for another time. And Hobbycraft, download. And then let's go back to our rainbowed self. That's how many lives I have. That's how many lives I have. Can I crop out this photo a bit? Because I feel like I don't like the bar in it. Okay, I'm basically doing it. Okay, bottom, I don't like it. I just want the Minecraft thing on, to be honest. Oh yeah, I had a joke with my friends today, and we were like talking about, what are we talking about? My friend, my friend's actually quite funny. We were talking about, how Minecraft characters walk, and I was walking like an idiot, but I didn't do this intentionally. Oh, nice glasses, UK gang. Thank you, the one who knocks. Hola. I didn't even realize you were there. You're listening. Thank you. I didn't even realize you were there. I feel so bad. I didn't even say hi to you earlier. Sorry. So my friend, she has a sibling that plays Roblox, and I was walking like an absolute idiot, and she was like, "Why are you walking like that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, I was walking like an absolute idiot. I was like, "I'm just walking," and like I was just being funny. And she turns around and she says, "You walk like a Roblox character. Like you, I don't know what you're doing." And I was running, like what I would describe as a Roblox character, but I don't think I was really a Roblox character. I think I was just an idiot. So she was like, "Can you stop?" And I'm not even joking. I was annoying her. I think I was annoying her. Like she was asking me what I was doing, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I'm really trying to fix this. I don't like my whole camera showing. Okay. It looks so much better now. That is so cute though. Yeah, so UK gang, thank you. I like that. I like hearing that people from the UK are here. It makes me feel kind of good. Like, the UK doesn't feel far away. So, I was like, I feel like I walk like a Minecraft character, and we were just pretending to walk like Minecraft characters, and we look like absolute idiots. Like, I was like, proper like, because you know how like blocky they walk, like, and I think sometimes some kids like they pretend to be Minecraft characters on the playground because their life is Minecraft, and they realize like that's how bad it's gotten. Like that's how we pretend to be like Minecraft characters. So what was I going to show you? Oh yeah, so this Pat McGraw trend that has become so toxic. Okay, it's not toxic anymore, but it's become so toxic. I'm done. I'm done with their trend. I'm done. You hear me? I'm done. So yeah, there's a Pat McGraw trend, and quite frankly, it ain't it. It ain't it. It is it. So it's like a doll trend that's been all over the internet. It's been circling the makeup internet, and for people who are interested in that type of makeup, it's become this kind of obsession where everyone's obsessed with this makeup trend, and I don't think anyone else wants to do anything other than that makeup trend. So I went up to my friend and I said to my friend, I really want to do this makeup trend. And they were like, okay. He was like, okay, yeah, I know. And I was like, okay, I figured out how they've done it. Because people are trying to figure out how they've done the look. So I've seen several people talk about how the look was done. And it's a weird one because everyone's trying to figure out how this look was done and why it was done like that. Well, no one can really figure out how the look was done. Some people are saying it's used by a peel mask. Some people are saying it's done by the Krylon liquid glass. So I'm going to actually talk about that, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how it's done. And I'm kind of trying to figure out myself, but obviously as friends we help each other figure out. But he told me how he described it was done, and I was quite in argument with this, but I support his ideas, because he's one of the people I would say the best in my class. And he's also the funniest, the sweetest, he's the kindest, and he's the gayest. Yeah. So let me get this up. Okay. So this means I have to go on my Instagram, don't know, because I don't think it will be on Google, but I think it might be on Google. Like, Pat McGrath is also a makeup brand as well, but like, they did this fashion week thing and it's kind of went viral. They're very, very artistic. Like, when I saw this on their Instagram, I felt like I was the first person to see it. Turns out I wasn't. A lot of people had seen it, and it's been on TikTok as well. So they've done this makeup trend thing where it's kind of like, I don't know, like, wait, let me just edit it a bit, because I don't like how, I don't like when the pictures, like, there's so much space. Like, maybe I'm just an idiot, but I don't like when there's so much space, because I want it just to show the picture. So yeah. So this is what I mean. This is the Pat McGrath makeup look that I'm talking about. So this is actually like a doll face look that everyone's like been really blaring out for everyone to hear. It's like a little trumpet, like it's really become this like thing that everyone's like onto. And they did it with several different skin types. So a black person, you know, different communities and groups of people. And I think it was for a fashion shoot or something. And they did that, and it went really big. It, like, people were trying to figure out how they did it, how they created this glass skin effect. They also saying this is the product that they used to create it. So I don't know, but that's what they're saying. And look at this video. They peeled it off. So I'm gonna play. So it's actually not like they put like a mist thing on it. It's actually another layer of skin. It's like a latex that they put on their skin, and it's really good because it's like a skin caring latex. So what happens is when they take it off their face, they have makeup, but the makeup's pretty good. It's quite fresh, so they can go home like that, you know. It doesn't put off the makeup underneath, but it just makes a doll-like effect. But when you look at the makeup, it looks flawless. Like at that point, as soon as you take it off, it looks so flawless. So why that girl, she has really good skin, really good pores, everything. I'm not gonna lie. And then even when she put even when they put the thing on the face, like it's really good. So this has gone viral, and the girls said that there was different things that they used. The backstage video shows artists using airbrush makeup on the model's skin for the lacquered effect, but what was Macraft used for the reflective finish has not yet been revealed. So he hasn't said what he's done to make that like doll-like effect, and everyone's guessing. So I guessed, and I looked in the chat, and I'm obsessed. Like if I see something like that, I have to know what product they used. But he's saying that he's going to reveal a product very soon that is going to, what is this? I don't want that. He said he's going to reveal a product that he's going to use. They're saying that this was the product. So people were saying this was the product that they used. So this person who's seen this post has made this, and they put this in the chat on Instagram to tell people that this was the product that was used. And she used it, and she did her own little thing. She recreated the look herself. She did it herself, but it doesn't look as much doll-like as the Pat McGraw. So she did it, and it was kind of like, oh, okay. But people saw them use an airbrush machine to do it. So there was another girl, and she did it, and I'm a massive fan of them, and I love their artistry, everything. But I was like, doesn't seem right. So I went and I found this person who, they look like, I think they used a bit of the Taylor Swift vibe, like the red lip. I think it was really just to show that a lot of people were done with being a doll-like character. Girls were done with being a glass figurine or like a mantelpiece. So it was quite interesting, but yeah. This person, I need to find their name. I'm gonna have to go on my Instagram. Because I have an Instagram. It's Makeup Artistry Instagram. Yes, I'm on it now, but she's pretty good. I'm gonna have to find her. Oh, when you see your friend, you see a picture of your friend. Yeah, so I post most of my artwork here. Trying to find her. I think I follow her on the other one, but I'm not sure. I can't remember her name though. Like, you know when you can't remember the person's name, but you know you follow them. I'm gonna have to, oh my god, I'm gonna have to go on like a famous like makeup artist that I follow and look for the person. But she's Asian, and I'm not joking, she's really like, maybe I can go on the explore page. I'm gonna pull up the page now. So this is my makeup page. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really proud of it. I'm proud of the artwork I put on here. So yeah. I'm gonna have to use hashtags. Pat McGraw. That's my friend. He's there. And that's my other two friends, Kira and Isaac. Pat McGraw. Okay. Like, this person did it, and she did it too good, but I just can't remember her name. Everyone's recreating the look, like, you know, everyone's like, some people. What did she just do? Who is she? Oh, she's one of the people. Yeah, I was like, no, that is exactly the look. Like, they did it as well. I think everyone's trying it. Everyone's using these products and they're thinking, I want to use it. I want to do it now. And Pat McGraw actually, I don't know, they actually thought they could keep it a secret before they release it. How dare you? So it's really like strike the nerve on people. But some people are trying to figure it. I need to find them. Like, when this person does it, and she used an airbrush gun. This is an airbrush gun that someone has used. So they've done it. They've done the makeup, and they're saying that they put airbrush. Like, this is an airbrush gun, and they put the liquid in mixed with water, and they make it waterified, put it in there, and then fill it up with a pipette and start layering it. So they start with one layer, blow dry it, and then they do the second layer, blow dry it. So they air dry it, then they do the third layer, then they do it, and see, that is exactly what it is. Like, that is actually how you do it. Okay? That's actually how you do it. Like, I don't care. People are trying to say all of these, like, oh, you just put it on your face, and no. Like, that's actually how you do it. This is someone squeezing up their face after putting it on. But then when you take it off, because it's a mask, the skin underneath is so healthy. Doll skin. I think she might have done it under doll skin. She might have done it under that hashtag. She's a very big makeup artist, to the point where I would be surprised if she wasn't here. Very, like, her artwork is phenomenal. She's a recovering alcoholic. I might have to go on my profile, my other profile. I have 2 profiles. So I'm like, oh. I have 2 profiles. One, I like, both of them I follow makeup artists, so, but this one's my social one. Most of my friends are very creative, so I'm very happy to have them around. I think she's American as well. I'm trying to remember her name. I never read out her name. So, but she did it, and I was like, you girl, you go girl. Or them, I don't know. I can't even remember their pronouns. Normally I would have found it by now. Oh, Els. Makeup by Rufy. She's kind of like Makeup by Rufy, but she's kind of like Fogan, but she's not. I'm really trying to find her. I follow so many people, but I can't find that person. Like, if I see her profile, I'll know it's her. So, I'm really scrolling through my profile to find her, because she did it like with the airbrush gun, and she shows you how she does it, and she's actually what inspires me every day to do what I do. Damn, if I can't find her and I scroll like this, I'm literally scrolling through 500. Oh my god, like, how down is she? Yeah, I can't find her. Are you fucking serious? Are you actually having my knob in? Are you having my knob? I don't even know how I'm gonna find her. She's so eccentric as well. It's just like really irritating. Like, you know, when you just can't find the person and you're like, I saw you this morning. Like, you know, when I was going to college, I saw you. You know? I saw you. I can't remember you. Yes. Oh, like, why? Why, when I'm looking for you, I can't find you? You got 2.7 million. Like, come on. At your big age, I can't find you. Okay. Like, at her big age, I can't find her. I'm joking. This is what she did. So she did it here. So she's like my top makeup artist. Like, and she's a tattoo enthusiast, and she has no hair, and she's like kind of like sick brain. That's her style. So fucking good. I would recommend, if she has a subscribe button on here, subscribe. I don't even know what liquid she used. So they basically use a peel face mask to do it. Really good. Like, and I like the blush. Like, she really made it original to her when she did this look. She's really good. She's really good. Like, I have to admit, she's like one of the best ones. She does SFX. She does these type of makeup. Like, Wednesday. Yeah, so she does a lot of things, and it's like, that's what she does for her day job, and I want to do this someday. Like, everything is hers. Like, everything she does here is hers. And I'm going to follow her on my account, this one, because I don't want to ever lose her again. That really gave me a moment. But when I first met her, I met her on Instagram. I was scrolling, and that was the day when I was like, yeah, this is what I dream of doing. She doesn't have any hair, but she kind of like does her style like this, and it looks better with no hair on. Like, her makeup looks so much better. She looks prettier without hair. I think some people think hair is like everything, but hair's overrated. It really is. And she's gorgeous. Euphoria. Like, she does so much things, and like, she's so undervalued. No, she's not undervalued. Like, obviously she got 2.7, but you know, people just overthink things, and they think like everything is about what you look like or what your hair is, but you can do it without hair. Like, you can. If I looked good with no hair, I would shave it off. But I love my hair so much. But yeah, really good. Like, I think she just really tells the story really well in her artwork. Damn, like, she uses different things, and she just does it. You know what I mean? Everything is designs that she's created in her head. Like, she's really good at what she does. Yeah. And she does yoga as well. So she does yoga. She's very wow. Yeah, she's very connection with her mind, her spirit. You know, as you can see, this is how she gets her inspiration. Just finding connections with her body, with her mind. I've really begun doing that every week, just doing some stretches. I don't do yoga because yoga is expensive, and I pay for my singing, and I also pay for my makeup. But if I ever go to a yoga class, I would. If they do yoga or Pilates at my gym, I would definitely go there at the time that they do it, and just do Pilates, because it's just really good. Like, it's just really good to just really just relax yourself, because once you start taking those inner thoughts away, you start connecting with yourself in a deeper level, and you become very connected with your body and your mind. So yeah, she's pretty good. Yeah, she does this. I used to do yoga, so I used to do it with myself. I still do stretches. Some people look at me at the gym like, after I do a workout, I'm mostly like a cardio person. So I do cardio, and then I do a bit of weight, but I don't do too much. I just do a bit of like light weight, because I really want to focus on relaxing my muscles and finding my inner strength. And as you can see, she does lift a bit of weight. So she does focus on body weighted exercises. So she does focus on her body weight. But yeah, I really want to find that connection with myself to the point where I know myself. And so she does this at home. And this is how she finds spiritual connection with herself, which is really good. And I think once you start doing those things, like being healthy, I do, as you can see, I'm eating sweets, and I'm treating myself today, but I do those things, like eating healthy, just finding connections within myself. She also said she was 4 years sober, and she's a tattoo enthusiast. Very big fan of her. So I would say she was my favourite. I don't know why she called herself Microsoft. I think that's her name, Micro. Yeah, so I saw a palette. I'm really gassy, but I saw a palette on Krylon website, and it was like £72 for the Krylon website, saying for the alcohol-based palettes that I need to use. So alcohol-based palettes are really good for when you want to do long-lasting makeup. So one of the things we do here is we use Krylon. Krylon is really good because it's like an alcohol-based, they do a lot of SFX makeup, so special effects, and they do like media makeup as well. It's really just for high-end production, like most of this, but they're very expensive. So I need to get the alcohol-based product, and then I've been to the shop. This is in Germany, but I've been to the shop in London, and it's quite cute. It's quite cute. So me and my friend, we went there on Friday, and they had like stuff, and you'll be surprised about the prices of the items there. Not bad. Like, I spent £22 on the sharpener, the glitter, and the setting powder. I have the setting powder here, so it's the Krylon setting powder. This is in the shade, this one's the translucent setting powder. So far, I'm in love with it. It sets the face really well, and it's actually very good. It's in the shade 10, So I wanted a bigger one for my makeup kit, but I couldn't, they didn't have it in stock at the shop, so I ended up getting this one, but I really like it. So I'm trying it out. This one was only £10.50. Yeah, so I need to get, and then I got a colour wheel for my bruising, because bruises are really good. Bruises are good because that's what you use. So I got a bruising palette as well. So that wasn't added to the thing, but I got a bruising palette, and that bruising palette I'm so excited about because I can really like aqua colour. I think it's called aqua, or is it super colour? It's one of those colours. Yes, it's super colour. Yes. No, I don't think it's super colour. I think it's something else because it was £72 when I saw it. Yeah, it was like £83. Yeah, it's super colour. So I was like, I'm gonna get this. Aqua colour is water based. Super colour is alcohol based. Alcohol based lasts longer. It's waterproof, so people tend to get that for like good productions. So we'll get that in a later date. I was gonna get a flesh-like colour, super base one. But yeah, these ones are cream base, so good, but this one's empty palette, so you can pick colours and move them around, because sometimes you don't need all the colours that come with it. You might need to, this one's a whole super colour. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it at a later date. Like, that is actually disgusting. What? So it comes with lip colours. It comes with the blush set. It comes with 2 contour pencils. It comes with mascara. It comes with translucent powder. It comes with makeup remover. 2 spirit gum. What? 2 spirit gum. How dare you? Wow. It is worth it because it is expensive. It does make up the price. Sorry. Try not to show that too much. It does make up the price. Okay, so I went on the school trip and I was like, I really want to buy this palette, and this was Friday, and then they told me how much it costs. I looked at them and I was like, £96. Then I realised why. These palettes are so compressed, so you can just shove them in your case, and they're better than foundation palettes. Like, these are better than foundations that you squeeze. They're cheaper. It works out cheaper. And I think my intelligence is go for this as well, for foundation, so I don't have to buy so much. 4 colours. 4 colours is like, yeah, 4 colours is like £65. So you have to buy these ones separately. 28 colours. Oh, but 28 colours. It comes like this. It's quite mixtured though. But then one of the things she told us was about colour wheel. So she will go into detail about colour wheel. It's actually quite interesting. As soon as you learn the colour wheel, it becomes easier to do makeup. It's so different. Putty, what's this? What's putty? And shape it there, and moisturize the skin, squeeze surface of the wax and edge, and then Oh. Oh, I know what putty is. It's like a wax. Oh, £10.50. £15. Damn. So yeah, I really like these stuff. SFX, really like it. Like, imagine, this foundation's liquid foundation. This is like if you want to use this on a regular basis. That one is like if you go to a makeup production place, you won't need a lot of foundation because it's full coverage. So you would just need that palette because you don't know who you're gonna do it on. So you might as well bring that. Like, I've really look at it and I'm like, some things like you can buy it from different websites, but come on guys, this website's like, damn, high definition. What's high definition? Oh yeah, so this is the one that I got. So it comes in different pigments, and I got it in, I think I got it in Sapphire. I got it in Sapphire. Living in pigment. So I got it in Sapphire, and I'm quite happy because I can actually use that. I can actually use it. So yeah, pretty good. Skin liner, pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get and then the airbrush gun. I was actually looking at this. I found the airbrush gun that I've dedicated my mind to, and that I said that if I ever get to the point where I know I need it, I've got it. It's portable and it's battery powered. It's battery powered, but you can charge it, okay? Yeah, and it has several settings, so you can change the setting and you can turn it on, off and on. I want a portable machine. I don't want to have to carry a big machine with me everywhere I go, because you really don't want that. You really don't want to carry these type of machines with you all the way. It's cheaper, and the ratings, there's 9 ratings, but people have said it's quite good so far. Try it out, how to clean. But I think one of the things you will need to buy is ISO clean. So this thing is like a product, airbrush cleaner. Do not use water on an airbrush gun, because airbrush guns are so fragile, they rust easily, and that's why they don't work. Found out with my teacher, she was like to me, what are you doing? And I was using water to clean the gun. I got into trouble, and she was like, what did you just do? And I looked at the gun, I was like, I put water in it. She was like, why did you do that? I was like, why? I was like, why she acting like I did the most embarrassing thing? But now that I look at it, it's not that embarrassing. Like, she acted like I proper like, and here's an airbrush cleaner. And she, it was funny though. I didn't know. So I just put water in it, and I didn't know. It comes with 3-year accidental damage. Pretty good. So everything's pretty good. Oh look, they have the Hydro, the HD Micro Primer. Everything's so good on this. I'm definitely going to put money aside for this. Oh, should we postpone driving? No, I've actually been procrastinating too much with that. So like, I've realised, like, every month I've literally said, like, when I wake up in the morning, what do I do on a payday? I have to buy at least one item for my kit for the long run, but I have not got. Because in the end of the day, when you open that kit, you're going to be like, oh, thank God, when you get your first job and you get your first role and you have everyone's shades and everything, you're going to be like, oh my God, I got everyone's shade. So you won't be like angry because you don't have people's shades, you have everyone's shade. So it's going to be really good. Yeah. Like, if I don't have people's shades, I get so hangry with myself. I get hangry. I get so embarrassed. I think their makeup wipes will be so much better though, because I have a makeup teacher and she was like, because we're starting off, sometimes we need wipes to clean off our makeup. And I'm going to tell you something about people. Some people use makeup wipes and it makes them break out. Like me, it just makes me break out. So I'm trying to find makeup wipes that are basically good for me. So I'm trying them out. For me, makeup wipes make me break out. You get free shipping if you spend like £60 on this website. Yeah, but I'm okay. So we're halfway through this. So let me just find. So I've got the airbrush gun. So let's find the skincare product, the peel mask. Okay, I'm going to use a website. I'm going to use a shop nearby me because they have most of these stuff that you would use anyway. Clear peel mask. That's what you need. It doesn't need to be chunky or black because it ruins the makeup look. Not that if you don't want to use a black peel mask. Like charcoal. Don't you want to use charcoal? No. Like they only have charcoal. Yeah, they only have charcoal because everyone's buying them out. Like every makeup artist is going into those shops and buying them out. Yep, I found a few. So I don't want anything that I can't see through. So I want to be able to see through it. £62. I heard good reviews about this. I've heard good reviews about Elmis. So I'm not surprised it's £62 because as soon as people start buying that shit and start annoying like the places to buy those things, that's when they start bumping up the price because they need to stock up. So is this green? This is green. Is it green? Because if it's green, I can't use it. If it's green, I can't use it. If it's like this, I can't use it. If it's like that, I can't use it. It has to be see-through. Yeah. Elizabeth Arden, visible difference. Like, what the hell? Oh, it's coming in soon. Like, everyone's bought out the whole thing. I'm going to type in clear peel mask because everyone's bought it out. Like, everyone's. Because everyone's convinced that makeup trends, like, everyone's bought it out. I'm not even joking. They bought it out. So, like, everything's gone. Like, there's only charcoal ones. Like, I also saw this thing on TikTok, and people in the news are saying that young people under the ages of teen should not use certain skincare products, and I do understand that, but I do have to say that like before 20 I was using skincare products because at that age, at 16, at 11 you starting your period. So some people start their period at 8, so they need to be hygienic. So there was this thing that was going around, and people were saying that they shouldn't use certain skincare products because it's not good for their face, and it's for the long term. It's not good. And I get that. I do get that. Oh, this one's quite good. You can see the liquid. It's quite good. But I do get that. So I went up to my friend, and I remember having a friend in school, and she was like to me, do you use skincare because your skin's like quite soft? Because at the time we were getting like acne and stuff like that, and there's this like big shift that they're saying. There's this big shift that they're saying, where they're saying that young people shouldn't ever shouldn't ever use certain skincare products. So young people told not to use skincare products so they're told to not use certain skincare products. There's like this news thing, and I was looking at it, and this is quite interesting because as young as 8, I wasn't using skincare product, but I was moisturizing my face because your face is going to get dry, so you need to moisturize it. You need to wash your face, and so I would prefer my child using things to wash their face, like face wash, than using a bar of soap in the bathtub to wash their face, because that's not hygienic and it's not good. So when I was younger, I would use the same thing I bath with to wash my face, and that was how we would do it. Like, that was how you wash your face. You use a sponge and you wash it. The same sponge that you use on your body, you would wash your face with it. So when I got to and this is for only people with eczema and allergies, to be honest. And I don't think a lot of people have skincare allergies. But when I got to 11, there was a big push for trying to get rid of BO, because when you're at that age, you start growing, you start getting BO and stuff like that. So I turn around and I say to my friend, and she's like, "You really stink." And I remember there was like this big push, like everyone would say you stank. If you stank, it would be the most embarrassing thing. And you would be standing there like an absolute idiot because everyone would say you stank, and it would be the most embarrassing thing. And I remember I used to take it to heart. I used to sometimes cry over that. And so I remember someone actually bought me some like healthcare products to keep myself clean, because I was going through a tough time with my puberty, because I was living with my dad at the time, and he wasn't very good, at those kind of stuff. So puberty is like a really hard time. At 8 years old, you can start your periods. Some people do. That's why it's so important to really educate your kids at a young age, because some kids start their period at 8, and then some people start their period at 10. And then some people start it at secondary school later on. Some people start at 16 and they're getting to their pubic age. And so at that time, you're going to start smelling, you're going to start having BO, you're going to start exercising, because you're going to start getting armpit hair and things that grow on your body. And so these people are saying that skincare products could leave them with irreversible skin problems, the British Association for Dermatologists have warned. And this is quite interesting, because I do have to admit certain skincare aren't good. Like aging skincare, like skincare's for aging, for people, anti-aging skincare aren't good for young people. I have used it occasionally, but I don't use them anymore. But collagen products are really good for the skin, but they say you shouldn't use it. But collagen is really good for the skin, because as young people we have collagen and it helps with the skin. regrowth, because at that age you might cut yourself, you might get scars, so it helps regrowth the skin as well. So they're saying that many of these contain potential harmful active ingredients intended for adults only, such as exfoliating acids. Um, Bearing in mind, when we young people do eat oranges and acidic stuff, so and that does affect vitamin C, does affect the skin as well. So that was one of the topics that people were saying was a bit alarming. They're saying exfoliating acids. We don't know what they mean by the exfoliating acids. They say that this can provoke allergies or eczema. And sometimes allergies can be caused by environmental changes, but often if you're used to using a certain product all the time and you've used it at a young age, you will become resistant to the product. So if you haven't, let's say it's kind of like having a dairy allergy. Some people have intolerance to dairy because they don't drink milk. So when you stop drinking milk, you may become intolerant to the product, and you may not be able to use it. So you may, struggle with drinking it and taking it. But some people already have the allergy, like nut allergies. Some people are born with the allergy or develop it later on. So it's quite interesting. This 8-year-old is Sadie. She's 8 years old, so at this age, you're getting to the age where you're puberting. You're getting to the age where you're growing. At 8, I was in year 3. I had started developing a bit of a chest because I was developing earlier. I was getting taller, my feet were growing, and at this age, I was developing hair in different places. And then 2 years later, I was in year 5, and I had my first education on periods and stuff. And then that year, I started my period. So that already is a bit like, oh, okay, well, Then at 11, I left primary school, and I was told by people in my secondary school that I smelled really bad and that I needed to go and get help. And that was when I realised that I was growing and I wasn't really doing a lot of healthcare stuff. And brushing your teeth at this time is very important because your teeth is falling out. As you can see, they're getting older. And they're saying that she's become obsessed with it. I have this kind of fridge, but I don't use it. It doesn't really chill anything. It's not very cold, but I have that fridge. It's like a beauty fridge. I have it under my table, under my makeup table. You just put your skincare products in there, and you just take them out when you're using them because it chills it and makes it more usable. I have to throw away a lot of stuff in the skincare fridge anyway, because I haven't used it in a long time. So BBC News has received messages from several parents are worried about their child's interest in skincare and the influences of social media and friends. Okay, so already friends is a big thing because once you start going outside, people are very cutthroat. Your friends will tell you to your face, and it might make you cry, but your friends will tell Sadie that she smells. And that's the best thing for Sadie to do, is to learn at that age how to look after herself. Because if Sadie doesn't know, it's going to be really hard, because she's going to go to big girl school. She might go to a mixed school and there'll be boys there, and she needs to know how to talk, how to respond to issues and problems. So her mum actually was in the TikTok. Her mum's this one in the background, and she wants Sadie to know that some stuff are good, but some stuff aren't good. And that's actually really what the point is. Like, when you see something on the internet, don't automatically think, because everyone's using it, it's a good product to use on your skin. So that's what Sadie's mom really wants her to know, because that's at the age where she's pretty. She knows she's pretty, but you don't want her to be influenced into thinking that she needs to get lip filler, or she needs to get her bum done, or things like that. She needs to kind of calm down, because people have these like weird feelings about beauty. And then bright colouring. Drunk Elephant, if you've seen the packaging, I don't know, but their packaging isn't very colourful. I'll show you their packaging. Their packaging is really not. It's just basically like this is the bronzing drop, and everyone's saying this is colourful. They're saying this is colourful. Is that colourful? I don't think these are colourful. These are quite dull. Oh, like maybe you can collect the colours. Like I guess you could collect them. And these are £60. Like, no offense. Like, Sadie, how do you get £60 for these stuff? These are expensive. I don't know. Maybe it's just her family. But at those age, we would go and get £10 skincare shit from the Tesco, and that was what you used to clean your face. Oh, wash your face, Esther. £10. Oh, and my dad would look at the skincare and everything. He was very scary. So, Drunk Elephant is not colourful, by the way. It's really not. But many of its bestsellers, which cost £60, contain exfoliators, such as alpha and beta hydroxide acids. Yeah, these are really good because alpha and beta are for skin. It's like the closing and opening of the pores in the skin, basically. Vitamin A, yeah. I do get it, but... And retinol. Retinol is really good for skin repair. So, I don't know. Like, it's really good for skin repair. It's good for aging, but it's mostly for skin repair. So, I would use retinol for my skin. Because I remember at that age, I was falling over a lot. So, moisturising actually helped kill my cuts on my feet, my legs. Because I used to fall over on the playground a lot because I would run and trip over. So, moisturising actually helps repair the skin because it acts as another second. Your skin is actually a second defense. Your skin is the first defense, then everything underneath it is the other defense. So yeah, the fact that she's taking care of her skin already, you can tell she probably puts sunscreen on when she goes to the beach or when it's sunny. So that is a very good habit she's got going. So already I get that, but she's not very bad. One skincare YouTuber has collated several from TikTok showing children using harmful products. I don't know. It depends on what they mean by harmful. BBC News is one of those, like, okay, Princess Diana, okay? BBC News is telling you their opinion and what they want you to know, but Diana, they can be a bit biased. Even when they say they're unbiased, they're biased. Okay. Other content creators have visited beauty stores as workers at Sephora and US-based Ulta say that children frequently abuse in store testers and clear shelves of products as soon as they come into stock. Yeah, they do because they want to keep their skin hydrated, especially in the US. It's very hot. So obviously they're going to moisturize their skin. They're not going to go out with dry skin. If they did that, it would increase the rise of skin cancers. So you don't want to do that. And people test it because they want to know what the product's going to be like. So it's better to get them to test the product before they use it. So most people go to the shop, test it, and then they feel how it feels, and then they buy it. Or they hear it from their friends, and their friend's like, my mum bought me this product, and it actually feels quite nice on the skin. It's got polypeptides, and when I looked at this, and it makes them more aware of what they're putting on their skin because they hear it from their friend, and they hear it from their other friend, and they hear it from the people on TikTok, and that's how they get their information. Drunk Elephant in particular has become so popular. Founder Tiffany Masterson has had to tell kids and teens to stay away from more potent products that include acids and retinols. Yes, I do get that. I do get why she said that, and it's good that she's given a warning that, but most products do have warnings. They do warn people about products. Kind of like with this, like, dog spray, it does warn people not to, so it says here, place away from children and pets. So it does give you a warning on the bottle as well about who it's for and what they use it for. Their skin does not need these ingredients quite yet, she says. Yeah, I guess so. I started using retinol at the age of 16, but that was because I would cut myself. But so I needed to heal my skin. Yeah, and I also have dry skin, so retinol really helps me because I have really dry skin. Like at a young age, I had severe dry skin, and I used to get heat rash as well. So it's really just for certain skin types. Fascination with brands have gone global, and seeing her friends had managed to get a hold of these products, Sadie begged her mum Lucy to buy them. I get it. I get it. I think her mum really wanted to keep her safe. And I know they've gone global, and I know her friends are using them, but in a way, Sadie's gonna get to the age where she might even start smoking. I'm gonna be truthful. She's gonna start smoking and using makeup anyway. So I don't know. She's gonna have primer on her face as well. Like, she's very protected. But retinol, I do get it. But I think try and get her a product, even if it's not that product in particular, get her a product similar to that product, more her age. That would really help, because I don't really go to my friend and go, what do you use in your face? Well, I do at college because we do makeup, but that's it. When she's glowing, I do that. When she refused, realising they were unsuitable, Sadie approached other family members less aware of the potential harm. Okay, I get it. She wanted to. But Lucy says the products made Sadie's skin itchy and red, and she had to stop her daughter from using them. Okay, so Sadie's had an allergic reaction. That's okay, because she is acceptable to having an allergic reaction. They can't guarantee that everyone. It's kind of like when you use the latex product. We had to do skin patching tests. So obviously when she used it, she had to stop her from using it. And yeah, it's difficult when it's all your child will talk about. Yeah, but she will eventually forget. And she does know that she likes her skin to be healthy. And if her skin is red and fluffy, and her friends see it, her friends are going to be like, ugh. You know, she likes to do skincare together with her friends, and she feels left out if she's not doing it. Yeah. Despite being interested in skincare herself, Lucy has never heard of some of these makeup brands Sadie has wanted. Some of them are actually unsafe. So if they're from certain companies, be careful, because some companies sell bullshitting. So I went past Lush the other day, and I used to have the Lush bath bombs, and I used to put them in the bathtub. And the thing with Lush bath bombs is they're the type of bath bombs that when you drop them in and you put yourself in the the bathtub, it makes my skin feel itchy afterwards. Even after I've washed myself all over, it feels itchy. My face feels itchy, I feel puffy, and I don't want to use it anymore. Lucy banned Sadie from TikTok as she's too young for the platform, but many content creators she enjoys are still accessible on YouTube Shorts. Yeah, but that's not a bad thing. I think it's good that they're accessible because people can find out information. But then remember, Sadie can put Sadie onto YouTube Kids if she feels like it's getting too much and she feels like her obsession with skincare is too much. She can put restrictions on her. Like, she is able to restrict her from watching it. I think she shouldn't say that content creators shouldn't put their stuff on YouTube. It's just not fair. Skincare firms avoid fine for staff fake reviews. Yeah, they do. Sometimes they do fake the reviews. Trying to educate her at 8 years old about what skincare is like is really difficult. You can tell that Lucy is one of those very scared parents. She cares about Sadie a lot. And she has to remember Sadie is young, and it really doesn't matter what she uses at a young age. It just really matters that she's, if it is affecting her skin, that she stops using it. And she's the youngest child, but okay. So obviously there is a fact about misinformation that I have to say about TikTok and about social media, and not even about social media, about people. People are always spreading misinformation, whether it's on the bus, on the train, on the coach, whether it's at work, because people are repeating back what other people are saying, and sometimes they're misinterpreting what people are saying. And even on Twitter, it's a misinformation kind of thing because people are saying their opinions. So Lucy is saying that Sadie is getting influenced by other people's misinformation about products. But then again, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's really everywhere. And Sadie's getting to the age where she needs to find a way to find information that is suitable for her. And Lucy needs to teach her that. But anti-aging products, but it's some products. You can use anti-aging products for young people, but it's mainly for older skin. Yes, I do agree with that. But I do use it sometimes. Yeah, I don't have eczema, but I used to have eczema in certain places, and I used to have sensitive skin. Sensitive skin was more like heat rashes on certain parts of the body, and dry skin, but that was it. But it's now no longer called sensitive skin for me. It's more like dry skin. So I had dry skin on my hands, my arms, but my face is quite combination skin, so pretty good. But she can use, if she does have that problem, she can use a balancing cleanser. They are really good. But let's get back to the conversation. A balancing cleanser is quite good. The packaging, the suggested packaging and the bright colourful, like I said, it's really not that colourful. Like if I walk past it, there was a product that I would say was the most colourful packaging ever known to man, and this packaging was why we bought it. This one, and I would Clearasil. Let me tell you something. This would burn my face, and this is what we used to get rid of our acne, to clear our faces, because we needed to get rid of our shit. Like, this is what we used. This is a colourful packaging. That one is a very dull packaging. I wouldn't stop and be like, wow, this is crazy, like, colourful. This is what we were using in secondary school, because we needed to get rid of our acne and, treat our skin. So we would use Clearasil, and it did burn me because I would keep it on my face. So I would use it as a face mask, and it's actually really bad because it used to burn my skin. So don't do it. You don't need to spend lots of money on expensive products. That's her opinion. Already you can see that the dermatologist has used her opinion to suggest an opinionated thought in her head. And I have to say, skincare is the most important thing to do before you put on any makeup. So the fact that she's put that out there and said that, I don't think she's really interested in her craft anymore. Because no dermatologist would say to you, taking care of your skin and caring about your skin is dangerous. Like, I think no dermatologist would ever say that. That's a very lengthy thing. And the fact that they were trying to suggest age restrictions on buying skincare, bearing in mind these are helping young people and stopping waiting, like NHS waiting lists for people to get acrolein for their skin. I'm so sorry. Like, already this article is the most shittiest article I've ever seen. I don't trust BBC because after the Diana situation, how they get information is very dull. It's very shit. Additional training for 2000. Okay, you can do additional training. I think that's really good because some people don't actually know what products are good for people's skin. I'm not gonna lie. Some people don't know. Some people can't even look at people's skin and tell what people's skin are just by looking at. They can't even tell if it's warm or cool. So, yeah. Some people can't do that. Like, I can, roughly, because I do a makeup course and I've been told how to do it, but some people can't even tell you how cool or warm people's skin tone are, or even neutral, which is quite rare. So already, this is a very opinionated article. Again, I don't trust them. I saved 200 by doing dry January. Wow. These are all opinionated articles. Like, I have to admit, they are very opinionated. They always opinionated. They always like put their opinions out there for people to hear, to know. Yeah, this is quite sad. Sorry, I got really like this one. Yeah, like the information on information on internet can be really damaging. It can really harm people, because even these are really damaging. Like it can really convince people what they're doing is wrong. Um. So I do feel angry when I see these kind of articles. I feel like maybe keep your opinion to yourself. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I've had a good stream today, talking about all the things that are just shit and all the things I'm interested in. I can't believe I just gone through a bunch of makeup shit and then I did my work on here as well. I've been so practical. I think I'm gonna get off here for now because I've just been babbling on. I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I've gained followers or. Let's go on my Twitch. I think I'm gonna go on my Twitch and see if I've done anything interesting. But I've actually taught myself how to be. Oh,